Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Thursday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes and note that there are no changes in the first five dashes. Once again, no changes races 1 through 5, which of course means there is a change in race 6. Number 5, Master Fencer, equipment change, blinkers to blind rattle, blinkers to blind. Seventh race, no changes, race 7. Race 8, 3, Promise Me a Win, an equipment change, open bridle to blinkers, that's open to blinkers. Race 8, 3, Promise Me a Win. And the ninth race will go as programmed. No changes, race 9. Once again, no changes, races 1 through 5. for race number 1 on parade. Number 1 is Escape the House, Travis Henry for Taylor Fritz. Number 2, Katie's Delight, Brett Madonna for Francis Gilbert and Jeanette Rancourt. 3 is Clear the Credit, Tathamore for Stephen Doyle and Catherine LaFrance and Maxime Dubuque. Number 4 is Claude Mbayama, Guy Chrétien, Drives and Trains and Owns. Number 5, I'm Diabolical, Ryan DeRoche for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. Number 6, Layla Blue, Anthony Hunt for Doug Good. Number 7, Sheila's Brush, Paul McKenzie for Ken Oliver and Milton Young. 8 is Catch an Ace, Austin Sorry for Rachel Andrew. 9 is Shemar's Lady Havoc, Daryl Thiessen for Peter Finnegan and Sheila Lewis. It's a field of 9 for race number 1. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, we'll start with number 2, Katie's Delight, who is the even money favorite. Last couple races weren't good, but now drops in class. And the last time this mare raced in this condition class, winner Gagnon, 155-1. Katie's Delight should have a pretty big chance to bounce back to that level, has a favorable post. That one at Georgian Downs was from post 1 and got off the gate well. In fact, back-to-back starts had post 1 and got a pocket trip in each. Katie's Delight, I think, is a big bounce-back candidate here. Brett McDonough for Francis Gilmet, even money. Number 6, Layla Blue, doesn't have a win yet on the year, but 7 runner-up finishes and 3 thirds in 20 starts, so 50% in the top 3. And last time out finished 3rd, and is one that could definitely build off of that. This is the 3rd start off of a summer layoff, so Layla Blue, one that was a good earner last year, definitely could step forward and be dangerous. Layla Blue, 3-1, is right now the second choice on the board. Number 1, Escape the House, well, has gate speed inside post position, so this one shouldn't escape your attention. Thing with Escape the House, though, 2 wins, 5 runner-up finishes, and 10 thirds. So tends to be one that comes close but doesn't close the deal, but certainly fits on the ticket from the inside. 5-1. And to break Catch an Ace, well, Catch an Ace has a lot of back class, but tough outside post, still one that I think can catch a top 4 spot. Austin Sorry and Rachel Andrews, strong connections. Catch an Ace is getting bet despite post 8. 5-1 on the board. It's a field of 9. It's race number 1. First of 9 dashes on this Thursday evening at Flamboro Downs. The starting gate is rolling for race one. Escape the House and Katie's Delight on the inside with Clear the Credit. In the center, Clodam by Emma, I'm Diabolical. To the outside, Layla Blue, Sheila's Rush, and Catch an Ace. And the second tier to Shemar's Lady Havoc. It's a field of nine. It's race number one. First dash on a Thursday night at Flamboro Downs, and here they come. Giddy up. Field for race number one is at the start in the rough and clawed on by Emma. Catch an Ace from the outside. Escape the House is on the pylons, and then it is Katie's Delight and Layla Blue as the field charges on around that first turn. Then further back, Shemar's Lady Havoc is racing position sixth. Then racing seventh is Clear the Credit. Back further, Sheila's Brush and I'm Diabolical, and they race their way on to the opening quarter. And on top, now moving up on the outside will be Escape the House. Escape the House is going to clear to the front of her Catch an Ace. Racing third is Claudem by Emma, and Katie's Delight is fourth, and then it is back to Layla Blue, and Shemar's Lady Havoc. Clear the Credit, Sheila's Brush, and trailing the field is I'm Diabolical, and they race their way off the turn, and Escape the House has got the lead. They roll their way on towards us. Escape the House is on top. Catch an Ace is caught a pocket trip, and Claudem by Emma now moving to the outside. First up third, Katie's Delight is still fourth on the inside. Then it is back to Layla Blue, Shemar's Lady Havoc, and Sheila's Brush, and Clear the Credit. And trailing is I'm Diabolical. Into the backstretch off of 56-4 halftime. Escape the House has the lead for Travis Henry. Catch an Ace still nose to helmet in the pocket. Claudem by Emma on the outside. Third is flattened out a little bit, scooting through to the inside. Katie's Delight. Layla Blue is out three wide and trying to come on, and then it is back to Sheila's Brush, who is currently racing sixth, and then Shemar's Lady Havoc and Clear the Credit, but Escape the House is starting to get away on the field, and it's Escape the House who's got a lead right now of about 2.5 lengths. Then Catch an Ace. Katie's Delight is kicked in late on. Down the stretch road they come. Escape the House. Katie's Delight is closing, but Escape the House is trying to escape this race with the win. Escape the House and Katie's Delight. Escape the House will win. Katie's Delight was second. Sheila's Rush third. Catch an Ace fourth. 155-3. Escape the House. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race one, Escape the House. The winning drive to Travis Henry. Escape the House is a 6-year-old Big Bad John Bay mare, owned by Taylor Fritz, who's also the trainer. It's the third win this year, 18th lifetime. Escape the House. 155-3. That's a new season's best. The first race payouts: one Escape the House, $6 to 82.70. Two Katie's Delight, 282.40. Seven Sheila's Brush, 470. The $2 Exactor, 1560. Dollar Try, 203.50. Dollar Super, 400, 5105. The first race order a finish from the top down: 125 786 349. That's 125 786 349 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 2 is on. Rate 1, Rave Review, Travis Henry for Robert Kyle Fellows and Daniel Meade. Number 3 is As You Car Pipe Dream, Samuel Filia for Tom Ham. Number 4 is Darlin Delectra, Ryan DeRoche for Mike Ellis. 5 is Alamo Sealster, Scott Quiller, Dana Lloyd. Number 6, Southwind Bayou, Colin Kelly for Rafael Barassa and Francois Morin. Note the number 2 Stargazing Cruiser headed back to the paddock for an adjustment. Jay Harris for Sheldon Rose and Dewey Winneman Howe. The second race is a field of 6. There is a look at Stargazing Cruiser. And this second race, we'll take a look at some of the main players, although a bit of a challenge because this race page has a different font and setup, and it's pretty hard to read, so we'll just see what we can find here. But the information doesn't exactly pop off the page. It's a very tough graphic to read, very tough font. Number 6, Southwind Bayou, 9-time winner last year with a couple of wins this year. And, well, that last race at Grand River, Southwind Bayou, a lot of them got by after she got out early, but then really fell back. But, look, that was the first start since actually raced at Clinton the start before it. Had been bouncing around, had been at Three Rivers back a little while back. But Southwind Bayou, this is one that certainly has enough back class, and I think overall, look, sent up by Rafael Barassa, Colin Kelly driving, that she could definitely bounce back and be a big factor. And took her here at a bit of what I thought might be a bit of a price, because I think Southwind Bayou, I've seen her enough in the past to know that she could come right back and be much more effective than that last race. So expected to get a wee bit of a price. 7-2 on the board. Got some faith in the barn. Number 4, Darlin Delectra, is one that had a nice blast of speed here last race, but then kind of got hung out and backed away. But Darlin Delectra is one that does have 5 wins on the year, and 2 starts ago was really good here. Darlin Delectra is very capable of rebounding. 1, Rave Review, is one that could be logical, gets the inside post position and comes in off of a win and a second. Rave Review, 5 wins on the year, has been a steady top 3 finisher. Rave Review is the 7-5 favorite on the inside. And 3, As You Car Pipe Dream, what was a credible last race at Hanover and does have 5 wins and 19 starts on the year. As You Car Pipe Dream, 7-2 on the board. The starters called the field for race number 2. Rave Review Stargazing Cruiser on the inside. In the center, As You Car Pipe Dream, Darlin Electra. And to the outside, Alamo Silster, Southwind Bayou, Field of 6, race number 2. It's post time. Field 4, race number 2, a field of 6. There at the start of the rough, As You Car Pipe Dream, Southwind Bayou, Alamo Silster, Darlin Electra, Rave Review on the inside, Stargazing Cruisers trailing the field, and they work on around the turn. Southwind Bayou is able to come on and grab the early lead. As You Car Pipe Dreams racing second. Darlin Electra third. Alamo Silster, Rave Review trailing Stargazing Cruiser. Southwind Bayou and Colin Kelly's got the lead as they race on by the opening quarter. Southwind Bayou 28-2. The opening panel, As You Car Pipe Dream second. Darlin Electra is third. Alamo Silster fourth, and then Rave Review and Stargazing Cruiser. Southwind Bayou and Colin Kelly off at 28-2 opening quarter. We'll roll up to the half and look for a second panel breather. As You Car Pipe Dream is second. Darlin Electra to the outside. Rave Review follows second over fourth now. Then Alamo Silster fifth to the inside. And Stargazing Cruiser is trailing the field. It is Southwind Bayou, Darlin Electra. On the outside now is advancing and has come on and is just a length back and getting closer. Southwind Bayou, Darlin Electra. On down the back stretch they go. Darlin Electra now has a lead of about a neck. Southwind Bayou on the inside as Darlin Electra right now is able to get by Southwind Bayou and leads it by a length and a half. As You Car Pipe Dream third. Rave Review is racing fourth, and then Alamo Silster and Stargazing Cruiser, and Darlin Electra is charged up and leads towards the top of the stretch. 3/4 was 127-3. Stargazing Cruiser second, then Rave Review and As You Car Pipe Dream. Darlin Electra pouring it on in the lane. Darlin Electra, Mike Ellis, the trainer, is going to score his 100th training win. Darlin Electra, Southwind Bayou, and then As You Car Pipe Dream and Rave Review, 157 flat. Darlin Electra. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 2. It's number 4, Darlin Electra, 7-year-old Dally Brown Mare. the winning drive to Baby Shark. Ryan DeRoche victorious for trainer Mike Ellis. Mike's 100th training win. 6th win this year. 14th lifetime for Darlin Delectra. The second race, uh, payouts for Darlin Delectra 1060, 420, 260. 6 Southwind Bayou 660, 253. Azucar Pipe Dream $4. Double 1 and 4 37.90. $2 exactor 55.60. Dollar try 160.25. Dollar super 292.60. Double up 1 and 4 37.90. $2 ticket. The second race order finish from the top, so 453-162. That's 453-162. Field on post parade for race number 3. 1 Lily GL, Scott Culver, Dominic Ladeau, and Francois Dupuis. Number 2 is down the up Todd Ratchford for Jacob Roberts and Steve Adams. 3 is Happy Looker, Travis Henry for Mark Winnicott and Donald Smith and Donna Parker. 4 Dolly Daydream, Samuel Filioff for Jeff McGuire and Jean Hilaire. And number 5 is Compass Rose de V, Colin Kelly for Jacob Roberts and Steve Adams. Number 6, Shake It. If You Got It, Paul McKenzie for Lindsay Kerr. Number 7, Miss Ashley Tullamore for Stephen Davis. And number 8, Outlaw I'm a Hot Vixen, Eddie Hensley for Jody Cullen and Ron Cullen and Travis Cullen. It's a field of 8. It's the 3rd dash, and it is the start of the win for. Let's get a look at this field for race number 3. We'll start with number 5, Compass Rose de V. Good place to start because this is one that's got 13 top 2 finishes in 21 starts on the year. And Compass Rose de V almost got a win last time out. Second, Beaten and Neck had the lead coming to the finish, but just got picked up by Happy Looker. And Happy Looker has drawn well in this one, post 3. But Compass Rose de V overall certainly having a very fine year. Jacob Roberts has had a good run with Compass Rose de V. Colin Kelly is back driving. Drove the last 2, the win and the second. That win here 2 races ago in this class. And battled first up in that one as well. Compass Rose de V is currently a co-favorite at 2-1. Number 3, Happy Looker. Well, just mentioned Happy Looker did beat Compass Rose de V last time out. Comes in off of 3 good races, a win in a couple of seconds. So things are looking good for Happy Looker right now. Travis Henry, Mark Winnicott, and a definite threat. And to get a better price, 5-1 on the board. Won at 13-1 last time out, though, so down from that. Number 6, Shake It If You Got It. Well, last race was shaking early, but then ran out of shake and finished 7th. But the form was really good before that. It did have 3 consecutive top 2 finishes, a couple of wins, as sent up by a solid barn that of Lindsay Kerr. And look at this. This is one that's got 7 wins in 20 starts of the year, Shake It If You Got It. Now, it's a tougher post assignment, and Shake It If You Got It shows leaving hard, but also I think can race from off the pace. Shake It If You Got It, Paul McKenzie driving 9-2. I think it's a main player in here. Number 1, Lily GL, 5-1 inside post position. That race that Happy Looker won last time out. Lily GL came flying late to be beaten only 2 lengths after being 13 lengths back at the quarter. Now gets the inside post, and the 3rd start off a layoff. If there's a sleeper in the bunch, it's Lily GL and Scotty Coulter for Dominic Ladeau, 5-1. field for the third, taking up their positions. Lily GL. Dial Me Up and Happy Looker on the inside. In the center, Dolly, Daydream, and Compass Rose DeVita to the outside. Shake It If You Got It. Armis Ashley, Outlaw, I'm a Hot Vixen. It's a field of 8 for race number 3. There at the start of the rough, Armis Ashley is going to bolt out with Shake It If You Got It. Dial Me Up and Lily GL along to the inside. Happy Looker is racing 5th right now. Then it is back to Compass Rose DeV. Dolly Daydream and Outlaw I'm a Hot Vixen trailing the field. Lily GL. Scotty Coulter's got a lead of a couple of lengths right now. Dial Me Up 2nd. Shake It If You Got It is 3rd. Happy Looker looks at things from 4th in front of Armis Ashley. Compass Rose DeV is 6th. And then Dolly Daydream and Outlaw I'm a Hot Vixen. 27-3 the opening quarter. And they race their way past that opening panel. Lily GL, Scotty Coulter's got the lead. Advantage right now is about 2. Dial Me Up is 2nd. Shake It If You Got It. Now is going to shake to the outside. And Happy Looker follows Shake It If You Got It. Armis Ashley's on the inside. Compass Rose DeV has moved out now and is about 8 lengths off the lead. Then it is back to the trailing pair. Dolly Daydream and Outlaw I'm a Hot Vixen. Lily GL and Scotty Coulter's got the front. 57-2 halftime. 29-4 second panel. Shake It If You Got It is challenging Lily GL. Dial Me Up is on the inside, racing 3rd. Happy Looker, well spotted, 2nd over. On the inside, Armis Ashley. And Compass Rose DeV is on the outside, about 5 or 6 off the lead. Trailing pair, still Dolly Daydream and Outlaw I'm a Hot Vixen. Lily GL, now Happy Looker is moving out 3 wide. Lily GL, Happy Looker. Center of the track, Shake It If You Got It, down to the inside, Dial Me Up. Compass Rose DeV is moving up on the back of Happy Looker. And Happy Looker has come on to challenge Lily GL. Lily GL, Happy Looker, Compass Rose DeV is sent out 3 wide in closing. Dial Me Up on the inside, they turn from, and they are 3 abreast. On the outside, Compass Rose DeV, Happy Looker in the center. On the inside, Lily GL. Lily GL, Compass Rose DeV. Compass Rose DeV is going to win. Then it's between Lily GL and Happy Looker, and then Dolly Daydream. 156-1, Compass Rose DeV. Back in front of us, the winner of race 3, number 5, Compass Rose DeV. The winning drive to Colin Kelly. A 3-year-old always be Mickey Bay filly. Steve Adams, the trainer. Jacob Roberts is the trainer. 7th win this year, 10th lifetime. Compass Rose DeVee. The third race payouts 5 Compass Rose DeVee 480 260 and 210. 3 Happy Looker $3 220 and 1 Lily GL 260. $2 exactor 13.20. Dollars rise 16.40. Dollar super 45.35. The third race, or we finish from the top, 352 41867. That's 352 41867 on the bottom. field for the fourth on parade. One is Marilou. Larry Small for Jay Conklin and Ron Braley. Number 3, Lily's Penelope. Samuel Filia for Sheldon Rose. And number 4 is 3 Gems. Jay Harris for Robert Furneaux. Number 5 is Little Mary. Daryl Thiessen for Mike Salas and Link Stable. Number 6, Matty and Maggie. Ryan DeRoche for Mike White, Nioski, and Tara Isman and Garrett Isman. And number 7 is Ezra Express. Scotty Coulter for Jeremy Brewer and Jack Racing. And number 2, Sovereign. Brett McDonald for Francis Gilmet and Triple S Equine. It's a field of 7. It's race number 4. Let's look at this field. I want to start with number 6, Maddie and Maggie, and one that was dominant here in this class 2 races ago. Then tried tougher and look, finished 3rd last time out, but now drops back down to this class of that huge win 2 races ago. Now, it should be noted that was post 1, and this is post 6, and Maddie and Maggie's game is firing to the front, but still can get off the gate so well, and it's only a field of 7. Maddie and Maggie, I think, has a good chance to blast off the wings and be a big threat in here. 6-5, the favorite. Number 2, Sovereign, is the 3-2 second choice right now, and has had one start off of a long layoff and just didn't do much in that one, but understandable. Sovereign now with a second start back and coming back just 7 days later after being off many, many months. The Sovereign, Brett McDonald, Francis Gilmet, strong connections. I expect Sovereign to be much tougher in here. 4-5, getting a lot of love on the tote board. Number 1, Marilou, is one that missed some time due to sickness and then came back here 5 days ago and raced from an outside post and never got into the race. But Marilou is one that drops in class, gets the inside post, and you do see a little further down the page racing at this level and being competitive, at least hitting the ticket. Marilou and Larry Small for Jay Conklin, I think, can find a spot somewhere towards the bottom of the ticket, 7-1. And number 4, 3 Gems is 5-2. Raced better last race from post 7, finishing 4th, had been well off form. Won here twice back in April, but since then things have really gone awry for 3 Gems. But maybe that last race is a sign of a turnaround coming. 3 Gems and Jay Harris for Robert Furneaux, getting a lot of love. Is currently 3-1 on the board. Gate is rolling for race number 4, Marilou. Sovereign on the inside. In the center, Lily's Penelope, 3 Gems and Little Mary. And to the outside, Matty and Maggie and Ezra Express. It's a field of seven. It's race number 4 on a Thursday night at Flamboro Downs. Here they come. Field for the 4th race. It's at the start of the rough. 3 Gems will get out. Betty and Maggie pops out. Marilou on the inside. And Sovereign, those the first 4. Then Lily's Penelope, Little Mary, and Ezra Express. But on around the turn they go. Marilou's got the lead. Sovereign's racing still to the outside. And 3 Gems third. Maddie and Maggie is in mid-pack racing 4th. Then Lily's Penelope, Little Mary, and Ezra Express. And now Sovereign coming on. And Sovereign and Brett McDonald is going to sweep up and get the lead. Marilou is second, 3 Gems third. Maddie and Maggie is on the inside 4th and about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead. Then Lily's Penelope, Little Mary, Ezra Express is trailing. 28 and 1's the opening quarter. And Sovereign leads the charge off the turn. Popping up from 3rd comes 3 Gems. Marilou is still in the pocket. Maddie and Maggie is spotted 2nd over 4th as they race off the turn. Lily's Penelope scoots up the inside. Little Mary is second from last, and Ezra Express is trailing the field. It is Sovereign and Brett McDonald with the lead, and 3 Gems challenging. Marilou is still in the pocket. Maddie and Maggie is situated second over. Lily's Penelope, 3 1/4 from the front, traveling on the inside and saving ground. Then it is Little Mary and Ezra Express, and now 3 Gems has come on to take the lead from Sovereign. And now Maddie and Maggie is moving up on the back of 3 Gems. 3 Gems, Sovereign on the inside, fights back. Maddie and Maggie is racing 3rd, and Marilou is positioned 4th. Ezra Express from the backfield now is out in the express lane and is coming on gamely. 3/4, 128 and 2, and it is 3 Gems. Ezra Express, Maddie and Maggie is on the 3 wide path, and Ezra Express is 4 wide. Sovereign on the inside. They're bunched up at the top of the stretch, and they turn from Ezra Express and Maddie and Maggie and 3 Gems looking to dart to the inside. Sovereign on down the stretch front they come. Ezra Express and Scotty Calder as they come to the finish. Ezra Express and Maddie and Maggie. Ezra Express expresses it to the finish in front. Maddie and Maggie. And then 3rd is between 3 Gems and Marilou. Ezra Express and Scotty Calder, 159 and 1. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 4, number 7, Ezra Express. The winning drive to Scotty Calder. 6 Earl Ameripan, Gigolo Bay, Maraba Jack Racing, trained by Jeremy Brewer. 3rd win this year, 15th lifetime. Ezra Express. The 4th race payouts, number 7, Ezra Express, 35 30, 12 40, 610. 6 Maddie and Maggie, 310, 264. 3 Gems, 410, $2 exactor, 101.90. The Dollar Tribe, 185.75. The Dollar Super, $510.05. And a 20-cent pick three, 3 of 3, 495.01. Hey, bada boom, bada bing. the fourth race. Order of finish from the top down. 4573621. That's 4573621. for race number 5 on parade 1, Black Betty, Samuel Filion for Gerard Damaris and Tag Incorporated. Number 2 is Tanzanian Daryl Thiessen for Joe Squires and Bobby Weinhold Harris. Number 3, Bet You Love Me, Preston Shaw for Emily Leake. Number 4, Charm Bros Stormy, Jay Harris for Sheldon Rose. Number 6, Society Jill, Scott Culliver, Gerard Damaris, and Jean Merois. Number 7, Cinderella Delight, Colin Kelly for Brett Lester, Michelle Etard. 8 is Can't Stop the Feeling, Brett McDonough for Richard Bruin, Brenton Harris, and James Bork. 9 is One Last Bet, Travis Henry for Tom Riley and Triple S Equine. And number 5, PL Ooh Yeah, Anthony Hahn for Ashley Lenvoy and Gino Toscani. Field of 9, race number 5. Let's look at this field. And, well, tough post assignment, but number 8 Can't Stop the Field and had post 8 here last race. And how'd that work out? Winner Gagnon now has 2 wins and a third, beaten a length in the past 3 starts, and races very well from off the pace. 12 wins on the year. Tough to go against Can't Stop the Feeling, especially if you're going to give me 6-1. That's worth taking the shot, even from that post position. 1 Black Betty certainly has the much better post than a couple of the tough ones on the outside, Cinderella Delight and Can't Stop the Feeling, and that could be enough to tip the scales into Black Betty's favor, because she's been racing very well all year. This will be the second start for Gerard Damaris, and was third last time out, finished behind Cinderella Delight. Black Betty inside post, gate speed, and 6-5, Samuel Filion driving, a huge win threat. Number 7, Cinderella Delight, is certainly having a fine year. 17 top 2 finishes and 31 starts. Look at last year, had 20 top 2 finishes. Tough to leave off the exactor ticket with that rapid rate of top 2 finishes. Cinderella Delight, Colin Kelly for Brett Lester, and closed last race and came first up and still was second to Shady Memories in front of Black Betty, and 5-1 Colin Kelly driving. And one more, number 3, Bet You Love Me. Well, racing for Emily Leake, and Emily has put up some huge numbers this year, winning at about a 32% clip, 16 wins and 51 starts for Emily Leake on the year. Bet You Love Me was 4th in that race. The Cinderella Delight was 2nd last time out, and also was a winner at Kawartha Downs the start just before it. And she has enough to be a solid player in here at 7-2 on the board. Number 5, PL Ooh Yeah, right now is the 2-1 betting favorite. Tough recent form, but very capable of a bounce back. And also, I think this is a good spot for PL Ooh Yeah, but will need to turn it around. Anthony Hunt for Ashley Lenvoy. Wow, 2-1 on the board. But my top one in here, I'll take the outside post, but now the price has shrunk, so I'm not as enamored on the price. Can't Stop the Feeling, 8-5. The starting gate is rolling for race number 5. Black Betty, Tanzanian, and Bet You Love Me on the inside of the center. Chambro Stormy, PL Ooh Yeah, and Society Jill to the outside with Cinderella Delight and Can't Stop the Feeling. And the second here, One Last Bet. It's a field of 9. It's race number 5. They're gathering speed, approaching the starts. They're at the start of the round. Tanzanian, Black Betty, Cinderella Delight, and Can't Stop the Feeling. Bet You Love Me is fifth away. Then it is Charmbro Stormy and One Last Bet, and the trailing pair Peel. Ooh Yeah, and Society Jill. Black Betty has got the front end of the backstretch. Tanzanian second. Cinderella Delight is third. Then Bet You Love Me, Can't Stop the Feeling. Mid Pack Racing fifth in front of One Last Bet, and Charmbro Stormy and Peel. Ooh Yeah. And back trailing the field is Society Jill. But right now, Black Betty has got the lead. 27-4 the opening quarter. Tanzanian racing the pocket on the back of Black Betty and Samuel Filion. Cinderella Delight is third. Bet You Love Me fourth to the inside. Can't Stop the Feeling still in mid-pack fifth as they race their way off the turn, and they come on towards us, and now popping out from third, well, as they race their way on past us, popping out from third is Cinderella Delight, and giving cover to Bet You Love Me, scooting up the inside. One Last Bet, Can't Stop the Feel, it has popped out. Half was 57 seconds flat. Seventh, Charmbro Stormy. Eighth is Peel. Ooh Yeah. Society Jill is trailing the field. Black Betty. Cinderella Delight is getting up closer on the outside. Tanzanians racing third. Now out three wide comes Can't Stop the Feeling, as stalled is Bet You Love Me. Down to the inside. One Last Bet's about five off the lead. Black Betty with the front. Black Betty, Cinderella Delight. Tanzanian, Bet You Love Me, Can't Stop the Feeling, and One Last Bet. And then Charmbro Stormy, three quarters, 125-4. And Cinderella Delight and Colin Kelly has grabbed the front. Black Betty is second. Can't Stop the Feeling third, but has a lot of work to do. Cinderella Delight and Black Betty as they come on down the stretch drive. Cinderella Delight as they come to the finish. Cinderella Delight is the winner. And then Can't Stop the Feeling, Black Betty, and Bet You Love Me. 155-2. Cinderella Delight. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 5, it is number 7, Cinderella Delight. It's the driving double for Colin Kelly. 7-year-old better is Delight Baymare, owned by Michelle Hart and Brett Lester. It's the 9th win this year, 31st lifetime, Cinderella Delight. The 5th race pouch, number 7, Cinderella Delight. $984, $328. Can't Stop the Feeling, $390 and $290 and 1. Black Betty, $280. $2 exact, $85. $40 try, $142.60. Pick 5 carryover, $2,266.05. And we had a 20-cent high five of 424.29. The fifth race, so we finished from the top 374 698 125. That's 374 698 125 on the bottom. for the sixth on parade. One Hard Rock, Rob Jenkins Jr. for Darren Renner and Mary Harris. Number 2, Macalco, Ryan DeRoche for Darren Renner and Louis F. Timiatis and Hardy F. Timiatis. And number 3, Treasures Pirate, Paul McKenzie for Eric Wilson and Don Lesheed. And number 4, Boots and Bride, Sylvain Lacaille for Kelly Duval Lacaille and Candice Morrell. 5, Master Fencer, Samuel Filia for Gerard Demers and Ron Nobes. And number 6, Rangers Shadow, Travis Henry for Chad Hill and Kimberly Jansen. And number 7, Big Pete Style, Colin Keller for Bruce Gwight and Craig Ellis. Field of 7, race number 6. Note that Rob Jenkins Jr. drives 1 Hard Rock, 5 Master Fencer, equipment change, blinkers to blind bridle. Looking at this field, we'll start with number 5, Master Fencer. Well, the equipment change certainly could help here. And also, this is one that, well, doesn't have a win on the air, but does have 9 runner-up finishes and does fit well. Drops back down to this bottom class. And I think that you might see a pretty solid effort out of Master Fencer. He can fly off the gate, absolutely blast off the wings. Master Fencer is one that I expect a big outing here. Set up a Gerard Demers. I think it's time to break through and score a first win of the year. It's been coming close a lot of times. Today, I think's the day. Even money. Samuel Filia drives. Number 7, Big Pete Style. Well, the style hasn't been good the last 4 starts, but just before that, was racing consistently well. So maybe Bruce Gwight gets this one back going. Colin Kelly looking for the driving hat-trick. Big Pete Style in this bottom class, 3-1. Number 2, Macalco, was good 2 races ago here at this level. 3rd beaten just a length and a half. Last race wasn't able to get into it post 5 and got away poorly and not really a factor. But now post position 2 and Ryan DeRoche for Darren Renner. I think Macalco could come right back and be a factor for a share. 15-1. And number 6, Rangers Shadow is 9-1 on the board. Raced better last race, had been off form, but that last race was better. Maybe could at least come back to that or even slightly better, but regardless, I think Rangers Shadow with Travis Henry driving could be a factor for the top 4. Chad Hill sends this one out 9-1 on the board. Number 5, Master Fencer, the 4-5 betting favorite right now. The starter has called the field for race number 6. Hard Rock. Macalco on the inside. In the center, Treasures Pirate, Boots and Brian, and Master Fencer. To the outside, Ranger Shadow, Big Pete Style, field of 7, race number 6. It is post time. Here they come. The field for the 6th race in the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. There at the start of the rough, Master Fencer is going to come out. Ranger's Shadow, Treasure's Pirate, Boots and Brian. Then it is Macalco, Hard Rock, and Big Pete Style. But Master Fencer is able to duel right out and get the lead. Ranger's Shadow is positioned second. Treasure's Pirate is third. Boots and Brian's racing fourth in front of Macalco. Then it is well back to Hard Rock and Big Pete Style. They race on to the opening quarter. Master Fencer has the lead. Master Fencer, Ranger's Shadow, is shadowing from the pocket. Treasure's Pirate third, racing for his Boots and Brian, and Macalco is racing fifth. They race on around the turn. 28 seconds the opening quarter. Master Fencer, advantage 2 lengths right now. Ranger's Shadow is second. Treasure's Pirate third. Boots and Brian fourth as they come off the turn and working in front of Macalco, and those five are still on line as they race on past us, and the trailing pair are Hard Rock and Big Pete Style. 57-2 is the halftime. Master Fencer has led this one since the outset, has an advantage of a length and a half, being stalked by Ranger's Shadow though, and Boots and Brian is moving those boots a little bit closer now, and then Treasure's Pirate fourth to the inside of Macalco is traveling to the outside fifth, and now Ranger's Shadow gets a little closer to Master Fencer, Ranger's Shadow, and now they're separated by just a nose. They head on by 3/4, Master Fencer on the inside, trying to outduel Ranger's Shadow 3/4, 126 and 4. Master Fencer on the inside. On the outside, Ranger's Shadow. And then it's a gap of 4. Boots and Brian third, racing for Treasure's Pirate. Macalco fifth. Master Fencer for now has turned back Ranger's Shadow. Master Fencer, Ranger's Shadow was wanting to come and mount another rally, but Master Fencer continues on. Master Fencer closes the chain link gate and wins it. Ranger's Shadow was second. Then Boots and Brian and Macalco. 156 flat. Master Fencer. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 6-5, Master Fencer, 4-year-old better than Shetterbay gelding. The winning drive to Samuel Filia. Gerard Demare is the trainer. Ron Nobes is the owner. First win of the year, fourth lifetime. Master Fencer. The sixth race payouts 5 Master Fencer 270, 240, 250. 6 Ranger's Shadow 480, 444. Boots and Brian 380. $2 exactor, $19.50 drive, $57.85 super, $227.75. And the dollar win for $2,195 for a 4. Hey, bada boom, bada bing. The sixth race order finish from the top 645 3127. That's 645 3127. For the seventh on parade, one Furiosa, Colin Kelly for Tom Riley and Triple S Equine. Number 2 is Pocket Monster, Ryan Rochford, Jeremy Brewer and Jack Racing and Dare to Dream Stable. Number 3 is Outlaw What If, Brett Madonna for Francis Gilmet and Jason Albrecht. And 4 is Mean Irene, Braden Ribling drives and trains and owns. Number 5 is Bookie Baby, Travis Henry for Mark Winnicott and Jamaximo Racing. And number 6, Georgia January, Anthony Hahn for Doug Bowens and Elizabeth and Alan Fairfield of 6, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field. And right now, number 1, Furiosa. Well, fans are furiously backing this mare from post position 1. Colin Kelly for Tom Riley has 3 wins on the year, which equals the most of any of the players in this dash. And Furiosa, that was a good effort last time out. Second to Rave Review. Gets another try at this level. And I think if you look at the overall body of work going back the last number of starts, I think Furiosa has to be given the best shot in here. But I don't like 3 to 5. Not at this level, because this is the bottom class. This is the remedial class. So really, you get into this class by not really having great form. So it's kind of tough to take a favorite at this level. Number 4, Mean Irene, is also one that's got reasonably good form coming in. 3 third-place finishes and a 4th, and at this level that constitutes good form. Mean Irene and Braden Ribling definitely should be considered a main player. It is the second choice at 5 to 2. Number 3, Outlaw What If, Brett Madonna for Francis Gilmet. Well, this is one with 7 top 2 finishes in 17 starts on the year. Makes a second start at Flamboro after shipping in from out of province. And Outlaw What If, I think after that tough start last time out, way back finishing 9th, could be a lot better now. Had been off a long while, had been off about 5 or 6 weeks before that last start. Now comes back just 14 days later. I expect a much better outing by Outlaw What If and Brett Madonna for Francis Gilmet, 5 to 1. And number 5, Bookie Baby, 9 to 2 on the board, is currently off form, but you do see this one a little further down the page, at least being somewhat competitive in this class. Bookie Baby maybe can round out the super. Travis Henry for Mark Winnicott, 9 to 2. But right now, number 1, Furiosa, Colin Kelly, even money on the board. The starting gate is rolling for the 7th race. Furiosa and Pocket Monster on the inside. In the center, Outlaw What If and Mean Irene. To the outside, Bookie Baby, Georgia January, field of 6, race number 7. It is post time. It's a field of six for the seventh race. They're in the stretch drive. Here they come. And the field for the seventh race is at the start of the rough an Outlaw What If and Pocket Monster, Furiosa, Georgia January, Mean Irene, Bookie Babies trailing the field. Outlaw What If guns right out and takes the lead. Furiosa second away. Then Pocket Monster, Georgia January, and Mean Irene trailing Bookie Baby. But Outlaw What If CC leads on to the opening quarter and is in front right now by about 2.5. Furiosa now is getting up a little bit closer in the pocket, and Pocket Monster third. Mean Irene's racing fourth, then Georgia January and Bookie Baby is trailing 28 and 2 opening quarter. They work around the turn. Outlaw What If CC and Brett McDonald's got the lead at about length and 3/4 over Furiosa. Then a gap of a length and a quarter. Pocket Monster, Mean Irene on the inside. Bookie Baby to the outside. Georgia January. Outlaw What If CC leads Furiosa heading up to the half. Advantage a length and 3/4 of a 28 and 2 opening quarter. They race on past the half. Halftime 57 and 4. Pocket Monster third. Mean Irene's racing fourth. Then Bookie Baby and Georgia January on down the backstretch. And it is still Outlaw What If CC who's got the lead. And Furiosa second, trying to move up a little tighter in the pocket. And Pocket Monster third. Then Mean Irene and Bookie Baby and Georgia January. And they head on by 3/4 with Outlaw What If CC still with the front. Furiosa racing second. Colin Kelly looks over his right shoulder to see if there's anybody coming on the outside. And now he's going to pop out. Furiosa with a furious rush on the outside against Outlaw What If CC. And Furiosa explodes to the lead. 3/4, 127 and 1. And Furiosa already has this one sewn up. Furiosa. Outlaw What If is going to try to hold on to second and is going to do so. Then Pocket Monster and Bookie Baby 156 and 4. Furiosa. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 7. It's number 1, Furiosa, 8-year-old Rambaran Brown Mare. And the winning drive. And the third on the evening, the hat trick for Colin Kelly. Tom Riley is the trainer. The owner is Triple S Equine. 4th win this year, 17th lifetime, Furiosa. the seventh race payouts: 1 Furiosa, 270, 210, 223, Outlaw, What If, 450, 332, Pocket Monster, 370, $2 Exactor, 1310, dollar Try, 34.95, dollar Super, 70.25. Seventh race order finish from the top is 1-3-2-5-4-6. That's 1-3-2-5-4-6 on the bottom. fans, note in this eighth race, claim entered number 3, Promise Me a Win. Race 8, claim entered 3, Promise Me a Win. Field for the eighth on parade. 1, Go Mud. Rob Jenkins Jr. for William Burgess and Jeffrey Kelly. Number 2, Savoir du Hurrah. Jay Harris for Malik Smith. Number 3, Promise Me a Win. Claim entered. Scotty Culliver, Gerard Damaris, and Tag Incorporated. 5, Our Thinking Monster. Colin Culliver, Tom Riley, and Amanda Riley, and Barry McLennan, Shelley Racing Stable. Number 6, Clever Character. Travis Henry for Francis Gilmetta and Jean Allaire. Number 7, Slick and Sporty. Samuel Filion for Gerard Damaris and Dwayne Soler. And 4, Shadow of Lindy. It's Tyler Moore for Ted Knight and Englewood Stables. Field of 7 for the 8th dash starts the late double. Let's look at this field. And, well, the first one we want to look at is number 6, Clever Character. Now, last race didn't fire much early and then came closing late to finish 3rd. But Clever Character is a really good one. Has 6 wins in 14 starts on the year. Ton of back class. More than 538,000 lifetime. And that last start was for trainer Michelle Sherman. Before that had been with Jody Cullen's barn for a long while, and now makes a start for Francis Gilmette. Clever Character, even money on the board. I expect this one to come right back and be a huge factor. Does have wins in 4 of his last 7 starts and is even money. Number 2, Savoir du Hurrah, I'll tell you, really looked good in each of the last couple. In fact, here 2 races ago, parked every step and won. Then last time out at Grand River, came first up and still was able to win by 2.5 lengths. Savoir du Hurrah, tell you, been so sharp of late, maybe worth a shot here at 6-1 instead of the even money Clever Character. Number 3, Promise Me a Win. Well, the claim is in. Equipment change, open throttle to blinkers. The last race, that certainly didn't go well at all 7 days ago, but just before that was a huge winner at Georgian Downs, so Promise Me a Win. Equipment change, open throttle to blinkers. Maybe that could turn things around. Promise Me a Win could be much more promising here if the equipment change works. 7-2. And number 4, Shadow of Lindy. Well, 2 wins in the past 3 starts. Now, they were both in the bottom class, but Shadow of Lindy, at least off of form, you have to at least think maybe can get onto the ticket. Talmore for Ted Knight, and is 8-1. But number 6, Clever Character, even money on the board. is rolling for the eighth. Go Mud. Savoir du Hurrah on the inside. In the center, Promise Me a Win, Shadow of Lindy, and Our Thinking Monster to the outside. Clever Character and Slick and Sporty. It's a field of seven. It's race number 8, and it is post time. Here they come. And the field for the 8th race, gathering speed, approaching the start. There at the start of the rough, Promise Me a Win, Shadow of Lindy, Our Thinking Monster, Go Mud on the inside, Slick and Sporty, then Savoir du Hurrah, Clever Characters, the early trailer, Promise Me a Win has got the front, Shadow of Lindy second, Slick and Sporty still driving on the outside, and then Go Mud's racing fourth, Savoir du Hurrah, Our Thinking Monster, and Clever Characters trailing the field, Promise Me a Win with the lead, Slick and Sporty is still moving on the outside, length and a half from the front, Shadow of Lindy's on the inside third. Go Mud's racing fourth, 27-4 the opening quarter. Then Savoir du Hurrah, Our Thinking Monster and Clever Character is trailing 27-4 opening quarter. Promise Me a Win and Scotty Coulter's got the lead. Slick and Sporty is racing position second. Shadow of Lindy on the inside third. About 5 from the lead. Then it is Go Mud. Now Our Thinking Monster is moved out. Savoir du Hurrah is on the inside. And Clever Character is following the outside move of Our Thinking Monster, 55-4 the halftime. Promise Me a Win leads on past the 5/8. Advantage a length and 3/4 over Slick and Sporty, who's up a little tighter in the pocket. Our Thinking Monster, Clever Character, advancing steadily on the outside on the back of Our Thinking Monster, who's come on to be about 2.5 off the lead. Clever Character is fourth. Shadow of Lindy is fifth. Savoir du from the backfield is out 3 wide. Now Clever Character is in the 3 wide lane, and Savoir du Hurrah is 4 wide. They're all in pursuit of Promise Me a Win. 3/4 125-2. Promise Me a Win. Clever Character is bearing down now and Promise Me a Win. Slick and Sporty on the inside. Our Thinking Monster, then it is Savoir du Hurrah, Shadow of Lindy, and Go Mud on down the stretch. Right they come. Promise Me a Win treadled on. Clever Character on the outside is moving smartly. Clever Character is going to roll on by and win it. Promise Me a Win was second, then Savoir du Hurrah and Slick and Sporty. Clever Character. Back in front of us, number 6, Clever Character. Travis Henry, the winning drive. The trainer is Francis Guillemette. Jean Hilaire is the owner. Clever Character is a 6-year-old talent like it is, Bay Gelding. Francis shares in ownership. 7th win on the year, 29th lifetime. Clever Character. Eighth race payouts. Number 6, Clever Character, 290, 230, 210, 3, Promise Me a Win, 320, 272. Savoir Duvera, 280. $2 exactor, $13.60 try, $16.65 super, 81.30. The eighth race order finished from the top to 7, 3, 2, 6, 5, 1, 4 on the bottom. That is 7, 3, 2, 6, 5, 1, 4 on the bottom. And the claim of 3, Promise Me a Win, the new trainer, Derek Anderson. for the ninth on parade. One Major League. Eddie Hensley drives for Ashley Hensley. Number 2 is kicking Cowgirl. Tyler Moore for Marie Helene DuPont. And number 3 is Goodnight Irene. Jay Harris for Gord Remen. And number 4 is Wildcat Delight. Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald and Blue Shoe Investments. 5 is Good at 1. Colin Kelly for Tom Riley and Brenda and Mark Lane and Anthony Lane. Number 6, La Petite Garice. Travis Henry for Francis Guillemette and Michelle A. Tartan for Jean Jourdain. 7 is Twin B Tipster. Anthony Hahn for Gabby Sasso and Jeffrey Corchance and Martin West Racing. And a break. Girl Scout Cookie Samuel Filya for Joe Pereira and William Gillen. Field of 8, race number 9. Let's get a look at this field for race number 9. And one Major League has the inside post position. I expect Eddie Hensley to give him the heater here from the inside post position and fire out hard. Major League is one that has a fastball off the gate and has got a good chance to maybe wire this field for an 8th win on the year, 34th lifetime. Major League and Hurricane Hensley liking this spot on the inside, likely to storm early. Number 5, Gouda 1. Well, last race, look at that race. 9th at the quarter and half, was well back and yet came flying to be beaten just a length and a half. 55 and 1 back half. Gouda 1's got to be taken seriously here and might just finish with position 1 at the finish. Gouda 1, Colin Kelly, Tom Riley. Colin's having a good night, looking for a 4th. And Gouda 1, 6-5 is the favorite. Number 7, Twin B Tipster, is one that drops in class and despite an outside post has enough overall speed, I think, for Twin B Tipster to be a factor for a share, solid share maybe, 11-1. And number 3, Goodnight Irene, well, gets away from Mohawk off a mile of 52-4, also at a 52-3 mile, 3 races ago. And Goodnight Irene is one that certainly can be a player for a minor share. Jay Harris for Gord Remen, 17-1. But the fans are trying to decide between 5 Gouda 1 and 1 Major League. Major League 5-2 and 5 Gouda 1's even money. Field of 8 for the ninth race. Taking up positions, Major League Kickin' Cowgirl, Goodnight Irene to the inside, Wildcat Delight and Good at One in the center to the outside, La Petite Grace, Twin Bee Tipster, Girl Scout Cookie. Field of 8, race number 9, there at the start. And they're off. Goodnight Irene will blast out with Wildcat Delay. Now Major League on the inside. Give them the heater, Eddie. It's Major League who's going to drive through on the inside. And Goodnight Irene is racing second. Wildcat Delay to the outside. Kicking Cowgirls on the inside. Third. Wildcat Delight's racing fourth. And Good at One is fifth. And then La Petite Grace and Twin Bee Tipster. And Girl Scout Cookie is trailing the field. Major League is headed to first base and leads it by about 2 1/4. Goodnight Irene is second. Kickin' Cowgirl is moving third. And then Wildcat Delight is racing fourth. And then it is back to Good at One and La Petite Grace and Twin Bee Tipster. And Girl Scout Cookie is munching along from a trailing spot. Major League leads as they race off the turn and rolls up towards the half. Goodnight Irene is in the pocket. Kickin' Cowgirl is racing on the inside, and now Wildcat Delight is up and moving first over and gaining ground rapidly. Has come on to take over second. Goodnight Irene is third. Good at One is spotted second over fourth. Halftime 57-2. Kickin' Cowgirl now moving fifth, and then La Petite Grace is sixth, and then it is Girl Scout Cookie and Twin Bee Tipster. But Major League has the front. They race on down the backstretch. Good at One now is sent up 3 wide, and Good at One is coming on gamely, challenging Major League. It's Major League by a length. Good at One on the outside is bearing down on Major League. It's Major League and Good at One striding together 3/4, 126, and Good at One has position 1 now. Major League is racing second, and then Goodnight Irene, Wildcat Delight, and La Petite Grace. It is Good at One trying to put away Major League, who's fighting on the inside. Good at One and Major League as they turn for home. Good at One in the center of the track. Major League on the inside, and then scooting up the passing lane. Goodnight Irene, but Good at One position 1 of the finish, and then Goodnight Irene, Major League, and then it was La Petite Grace and Wildcat Delight. 154-4. Good at One. Back in front of us, the winner of race 9, it's 5 Good at One. 4-year-old Better Than Cheddar Bay Mare, trained by Tom Riley, owned by Brenda and Mark Lane and Anthony Lane. 4 driving wins, the Grand Slam for Colin Kelly. It's the 3rd win this year, a 10th lifetime. Good at One. Ninth race, payouts 5. Good at 1, 370, 270, 210. 3, good night at Rain 925, 70, and 1, Major League 240. $2 exactor at 29, $20 try. 25, 65, double of 6 and 5, 760. Dollar pick 3, 555. Dollar pick 4, 1225. Dollar high 5, 769.25. Ninth race order of finish from the top down 372-51468. That is 372-51468 on the bottom. Well, that does conclude the live harness racing program for this Thursday evening. Action will resume on Saturday. Our first dash on a Saturday evening will go to post at 6:35 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Arrivederci, my Goombas. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna. Good night, Roberto. Ciao.